Hello everyone, welcome back. They released episode 3 of Scarlet Hollow. It's getting really weird. Last time we almost died in like a mine collapse. So I really looked forward to this episode. So let's jump in and see how it goes. Oh wait, that's a new game. I'm sorry. Main menu. This. Yes. Good. This one. Yeah. If you'd like to continue with this World Stage episode 3, please save your game now. Continue. Achievement unlocked. Ditchling, bell pepper, candy from a baby. Nice. Tommy knocker. I got like a lot of achievements suddenly. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 3? Just a recap of episode 2. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Yeah, I remember that. Wow, that's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot of what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery was nice. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she has been answering my text and I want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Oh yeah, he lost his kid, so we went to find it and she was in the mine. Dr. Kelly, you were wondering if it would be okay if we just got to come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyway. Oh yeah, wait. That weird dude. Stay home, wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger, this is all I ask. That was Rosalina. Girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine, the place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse, it killed over 100 people. Yeah, there was a lot. Oh yeah, I called Tabitha. It just snuck into Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Whatever, I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me. God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you listen. My dad is a foreman at a continuous mining facility and says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe and we can hang out here wherever we want. No. And your father was a foreman. Yeah, he got fired. Nice recap, by the way. Really nice they do this. Those are those Tommy knockers. Where 3 of you run off to? Oh yeah, and there was the weird symbol in the mine, and then I fainted. Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Oh yeah, she broke her leg. Your surrounding quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. Yeah, she was mad. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future will hold. Trapped by powers beyond... Oh yeah. Wake up. Turning the music a little bit down so everybody can hear. Sunshine filters in through the dusty window of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities drops in and out of focus. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the saw mine still stuck to your skin. Real quick, just let me save. Here. I picked Street Smart and Hot. Like, you can see that now. And they also, like, show you which choices you made. Doesn't really, like, it cuts off here, but it's still readable. I'll move out of the way a little bit. It's a nice addition. Take a shower. You step into the guest bedroom and into the shower. The water is hot and surprisingly enough clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. You think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. You're done here. Wash away your sins. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Ooh, check on the opossum. Hello. There are 2 of them now. At them. Against your better judgment, you reach out to the opossum's hands outstretched. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Maybe they now leave your dresser and return to nature where they belong after playing dead. Oh well. Look out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can help but anticipate something staring back at you. You breathe a sign of relief. Nothing out there watching you, at least nothing you can see. You turn back to the guest room. Message your group chat with Stella and Kanika. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning, how are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Text Stella. Wanna hang out before Reese goes hunting? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Head downstairs. You don't have everything you wanted up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunks. She isn't alone. Ulfrook glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-haired woman busies herself trying to tidy as best as she can. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room almost as if she is ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Address the red-haired woman. Hey, I'm Demon. Good morning, I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning, whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's nice to finally meet you, Demon. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie, but seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. Oops. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy to be part of the family here to keep Miss Tabitha. But everything that's... Janie? Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Any updates on Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her food. Her dad's lucky she's alive. But they literally amputated her. Oh no. They amputated her leg. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Let's get... Hold on, you can't just tell me Rosalina lost the food and move on like nothing happened. They had to take that little girl's food? Jesus, Tabitha, you're not mincing words. Hold on, you can't just tell me Rosalina lost the food and move on like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone, it doesn't mean that life doesn't go on. Life has to go on. At least let me assure you that what happened to the poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. Now, shall we go? Or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? Yeah, okay, she got a point there. She told us to stay put. We didn't. Yeah. Yay, cousin bonding time. I'm actually looking forward to spending some time together outside of life or death situations. Janie, look up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. Are you ready to leave? Janie approached from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between two of you, impatiently tapping her food. Oh, Demon, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it from Miss Tabitha, mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. I love to chat, but I hate to interrupt your work. I'm in town for another few days, though, if you got time. I'd love to chat, but I hate to... yeah. Of course, feel free to swing by the church any old time. Daniel and I are always there, except when I'm working, of course, but Daniel's usually there regardless. Alright, let's go. Bye, Janie. Be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through the door of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Isn't she always, like, not wanting to have conversation? Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing? Picking up tea from Sybil. I got you picking up tea. Yeah, I'm picking up tea. Why are you saying it all weird? It's okay, Tabitha. You can tell me if Sybil's your dealer. Did you think I was taking you with me to buy drugs? I'm picking up normal tea for drinking. Sure you are. Her face tightens into an all too familiar scowl. Sorry. Sorry, Tabitha. Yeah, say nothing. Like she doesn't like it when we pry. You and Tabitha turn as the doors to the general store burst open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I'm surprised to see her let loose like that. Maybe her family will stop taking advantage of her. Her family is taking advantage of her because she lets them, not because she's normally measured and composed. A display like this means nothing if she's still here next year and yet again the year after that. If anything, it just ties the ties that bind her here. Why do you care so much? Because she's one of the few people in town I actually respect. Why we don't get along. We're burning daylight. Come on already. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smell of old wood and steamy herbal tea flute your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Demon, if you like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. I can't believe you tried to tell me that you weren't here to buy drugs. Sounds like your daughter is pretty mad at you, Sybil. She just needs a little time to cool down. Yesterday was a bit much for her, so I'm giving her some space. Sybil motioned for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappeared into the tea room, closing the door behind them with the tinkling of bells. Said with Miles. So, Miles, before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Demon, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Pleasure to meet you. Mr. Fawcett called me on the phone and told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Sorry, Bo. Thank you. I appreciate you being honest with me. Mrs. Fawcett said that you and Miss Richmond did your best. I'm thankful you tried to help. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him were supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out into the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You were there then, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is a prize pumpkin. She was a big lady too. I expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet with what everything else going on. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're the things that have been stealing your chickens. They're monsters that show up when something bad is going to happen. Mrs. Fawcett says something like that on the phone. I ain't ever heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy. Have you seen anything strange in the last couple of days? No, not really. I've been awful busy with everything that's been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. He died on the northeast edge of town, off the Agina Trail. Thank you, Demon. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. Meet at the library after, figure out plan. And then it buzzes again. Hey, again, lol, if you want to come over for breakfast, would honestly love to hang out. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Ooh. I kind of want to go to Stella's, but I also want to wait for Tabitha. I'm waiting for Tabitha. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best to just stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Poe continues to shop. You doing okay, buddy? I've been better. Had some trash pulls this morning. Real great bad week. Wait, one of your friends lost her foot and you're complaining about your gacha game? Shit, she lost a foot? Maybe Rosalina's cooler than I thought. Damn! Kid! What the fuck is wrong with you? You and Kanika don't seem to get along, huh? We're siblings. Siblings don't get along. Miles returns to his phone. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. She generally didn't expect you to stay. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. A miss out on cousin bonding time? Tabitha signs. If calling this cousin bonding time is what it takes to get you to stay out of trouble, sure. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick up some soda so we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow her. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on a quiet hill just off Main Street. Scarlet own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know. And here I thought the estate was your secret lair. The estate is my non-secret lair. Everybody knows I live there. Nobody knows about this place, except now you, I guess. Now, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pocket. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and locks the door. Come on in, don't worry, it's empty. Follow her. If you follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. Talk about Tabitha. Can we try some of the tea you picked up? Nope, it's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink in the middle of the day. Do you like living here? It's the only thing I know. I mean, you visited other places, right? No, before I took over, Perlane was too busy to take me anywhere. Then when she retired and I became head of the company, I wound up in the same boat. Not like anyone can fill in for when you run everything. I'd like to go to the Outer Banks one day, but I guess that'll have to wait until I retire. If I ever do. You never left Scarlet Hollow. You act like it's weird. Traveling is difficult and stressful. I've seen vacation movies. Something always goes wrong. So even if I had a day off, why would I spend it driving somewhere when I could spend it actually relaxing? Yeah, sure. You have a point there. I don't need to see some windy rock or even the beach. It just doesn't seem worth all the hassle. Why do you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison, it's like the estate is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, forcing me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simpler life. Talk about your relationship. What kind of things did Perlane tell you about me and my mom? It doesn't matter what she told anyone about you. She's dead. And in a few days, we're going to bury her in the ground. What do you really think of me? You're better than asking me for validation, I'll say that much. I can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. That's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? What I can't believe is that I'm actually almost enjoying it. You're a better person than you let on. I'm not a good person, Demon. Nah, I think you're still okay. Are you coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Bella will be there. But so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point arguing with you. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in. Yeah, she's going ghost hunting with us. Yes. Ask about the people in town. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh yeah, the dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet, gave off a weird vibe, stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. I know I've already asked, but now that we're hanging out, can you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella? Alright, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and anyway, Perlane didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at mine. Perlane made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into the mindset and try to move on. Are you two exes? We're ex somethings. Nice. You go, girl. Oh, wait, no. You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Did you really believe what you said? I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. You want me to try and get you in with Kanika? Please, if she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, demon. What do you think of Avery? Who? Avery, works at a diner, wears blend shirts. I have no idea who you're talking about. She actually has no idea who I'm talking about. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her, but I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? Yeah, sorry, it's a sore spot for me. Like I said, I don't know who's following you around, but it can't be him. Verlaine sent him packing. He's gone. Tabitha, the man is stalking me. It's fine. It's not going to let anything happen to you. I don't need to dig up painful memories to make sure of that. The police are really on my ass, though. I won't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. Why did you hire Janie? Verlaine hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. Ah. Talk about your family. What was Verlaine like? Okay, I guess you should know at least some of the things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day from what I heard. Verlaine was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. I'm going to leave it at that. What was your dad like? I don't know, he just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he have to pay English. And he have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. There's no one in this town of two parents. Janie's kid does, for now. But this town will take its toll on her eventually. Can you tell me about any other family members? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us? Or her upbringing? Fine, I'll give you the brief history since she never bothered. Verlaine and Vivian were raised by her grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Addie, ran the mine before Verlaine, then Verlaine took over. And now here I am, following in their footsteps. What was Grandma Addie like? Did you know her? Tabitha is quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kind of scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. A matriarchal mining company seems unusual. Yeah, that's the Scarlet. It's just been a woman for a couple of generations now. And we never let some stranger jeopardize the company. It stays in the bloodline. What happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. I read about him in the library yesterday. What am I, an encyclopedia? We have documents on the stuff and some kind of fancy family tree somewhere in the state, but I don't have the stuff memorized. From what I can remember, her grandmother had a kid sister that died of some childhood illness, then she died having her mom's. And I think Grandma Addie had some brothers, but I vaguely recall something about them fighting in World War II. One way or another, they clearly didn't stick around. As for anyone who came before the turn of the 20th century, damned if I know, that's ancient history. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot, it's Major Jimmy J. Good excuse to head over to the library, should check in with Oscar. Meet you all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that, been having a weird foggy morning. wild that they're still doing the major Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. Just Kanika and Stella making plans for Major Jimmy J. Is it Major Jimmy Day again already? What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another sip of a soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in the major cabin. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. I can fix her. Yes, I can fix her. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor sweet innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. We can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. I heard that one girl had to have the foot amputated. It could have been my child. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. Your husband told your daughter it was safe to go into that mine. Of course he was demoted. I'm right here. Even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered if the entrance to the mine was actually secured. There'll be hell to pay, Tabitha Scarlet. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us, you'll see. Fuck off, Karen. Jeez. The woman storms off just as quickly as she stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang out around town a day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I gotta keep my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha signs, straightens up, her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. No, Tabitha! Fuck them! I was hanging out with my cousin. Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Fuck them! You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual and a small crowd has formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here. Hey. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Demon to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it, trust us. Alright, shall we? Oh, look at him! He's so cute! Oh, what a distinguished gentleman. He even has a scarf. Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority has been elected to. You haven't met a serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he's the mayor's handler. He holds out his paw, as if to shake your hand. Shake his paw. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has had a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends, some Winnie's Biscuits, oh, and a close-knit small town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms Stella's arms, trying to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Benika is quick to follow them. He was so cute, though. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression, a self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're a demon. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I doubt Perlane's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Let's not get ourselves. You both know Perlane's in hell. Oh, fuck. Oh, thank God. I've been hoping to find a priest. Back off, preacher man. I ain't buying what you're selling. Oh, goddamn. Oh, I clicked the mouse again. Fuck those options. I don't believe in the afterlife. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully one of these days you'll come around. If you ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door's always open. I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. I don't like church people. Of course, and if you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. Thanks for the offer, but I'm fine. Even after everything that happened last night, not to doubt your resolve, but I know I would need to do some serious praying to work through the emotion for something like that. Heck, I had to pray over it anyway, and I wasn't even there to witness it. Well, if you ever feel like you're struggling and could use a good listener, you know where to find me. Fuck off, old man. It was lovely to meet you, and you have a blessed day, demon. I hate churches. They're so cult. Bleh. The pastor leaves you and he joins in the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Oh my god. Poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. And it was the whole food? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. Tabitha told me what happened this morning, but I didn't realize it was so bad. Yeah, there was nothing left to save, they said. Sorry, I can't think about it right now. Oscar. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there had been some big bus accident on the highway and they need a bed, so I have to come pick her up. Even though her house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is a dirty back room that drove her away in the first place and major dimmy day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a Ghostbuster, whatever you're calling it, while you're out, and she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are going to have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure if we can get rid of it at all. I think I have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple of times and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back. I suppose I'll see you all then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out a good door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no, you're not gonna try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? So kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, should we tell him? I do know, maybe we just play it by ear? Anyway, shall we? Time to go. Oh, before I forgot, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her? Even after last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. Good call, Demon. I can't wait to hang out with her more. Kanika signs. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Ah, don't say that, Nix. If we're lucky, she will show and the two of you will finally get along. So, I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think he just really wants people to like him. But he comes off as a desperate. It's a vicious cycle. Now, when you put it like that, this whole situation is kind of sad. Even if that's the case, it doesn't mean I have to like him. Whatever his deal is, goes a step beyond trying too hard to get people to like him. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. He's not normal. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way now that I think about it. He must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. At Teresa's. The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Reese. Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Demon, right? I heard a lot about you from Stella. Been relentless about making sure I got all the Demon updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early. Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's getting into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside, but it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill on my fan for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know, I always have some of those easy chew dog jerky stashed away. But we go everywhere together. You want to come in or not? Katinka nervously took Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Demon? Are you coming in? I trust dogs. Why doesn't Gretchen like you, Reese? No clue. She's always made a fuss around me. Reese doesn't do well with dogs. Now come in. Let's get this over with. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an old chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and unsettling artwork hanging onto the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not putting around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left is the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. Still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yeah, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spent all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room. Lining the bare cement floor, ghoulish faces coat the walls in pain, staring at their creator. Your mom is so scary. Dude, what the fuck? Are you okay? Do we need to call someone? He can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. We need us to sneak you out of here. This place feels like a prison. Unfortunately, the prison we're dealing with here is my body, not my room. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? Your company is plenty. It's so nice to have living people down here for a change. You know we visited if your mom let us. Did she tell you she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. It's a little controlling. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me, but I was probably asleep, that's all. She didn't want to wake me up. I think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. I'm not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body is pretty peculiar when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... Okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could lead to a lot of misery for me, so she has to regulate my food. If you ever need a model, I'm here till Monday. That would be amazing, though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush too late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be incredible to have such a captivating model. I look forward to the company and I do hope I can do your likeness justice. Yeah! Okay. Maybe we could all come, wouldn't that be fun? What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese. Demons is pretty direct. You don't have to talk about your illness, Reese. It's okay. I come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's getting worse. I can barely keep my food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my morning, but best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else. And I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese. I may be a god, but that's real nihilistic shit. I'll make sure to come by more often from now on out then. Friendship heals all wounds. Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. So, what's your diagnosis? She's really persistent too. I'm afraid the answer isn't very illuminating because it's not any one particular thing. It's just a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. Oh hey, it isn't all bad, if it's just weird like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Hyper-elasticity, kinda cool, right? Bro, does that not hurt? Nope, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened in the past couple of days? Oh, she told me about what you guys had found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know, he gestures in fatality towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The dog is keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort, really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts about the ditchlings? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you text me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I had to put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them actually. Tell me what you think. Yeah, they look the same. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Leave it at that. So, want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. It would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's this for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands. With soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. Make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an old door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room, but more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn as if hypnotized. Open the door. Oh. Good choices. Before you know it, the door knob is turning into your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well... just cleaning the doorknob. Dr. Kelly narrows her eyes with suspicion. Worry less about cleaning my doorknobs and more about cleaning your hands. Come on, everyone's waiting on you. Return to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under the watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti and a light salad. Anika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative. And Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches at the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Giving her protectiveness towards Reese, you find it odd that he's seated between the two of you rather than the other way around. It's almost as that she guarded not only towards you and Stella and Kanika, but towards her son as well. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... Oh, thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom was poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh, yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody's making eye contact with anyone else. There's no need for everyone to be so tense. Everything's okay. We're just here to have a nice dinner. Speak for yourself. Look, really, it's fine. Is it? Or am I being interrogated in my own home by guests I've never met? In Demon's defense, a lot of awful stuff has happened in the past couple of days, and there are a lot of lingering questions. It's pretty hard to take the detective hat off once you put it on. That may be the case, but Reese doesn't need to be agitated by this. I want to know what's going on out there. I don't care if it agitates me, and look, I'm fine. There's a long quiet as Dr. Kelly closes her eyes in reflection. Alright, I'll try and give this a chance. The danger. Has the police contacted you about Duke's body yet? Body? I was under the impression he was just missing. No, Duke, he definitely died. I saw the footage. And I saw it for myself in person. So did Demon. He's not missing. How the hell did that happen? Stella said it was those things in the woods, the ditchlings. They made him misfire? Ditchlings? Oh, I see. This was for one of your videos, huh? Reese, you should know better than to lend any credence to Stella's little cryptozoology stories. I don't doubt that something happened to him, but I'm sure there were no little ghouls involved. I've seen them, Mom, outside my window at night. They're real. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid. I might be sick, but I'm still capable of reason, okay? Are you sure they aren't just raccoons or... Stop! Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. You're a doctor. Where were you last night when Rosalina got hurt? I'm a doctor, not an EMT. But once she's back in town, I expect we'll be seeing a lot of each other. She won't be the first empathy I've treated, so at least I have some experience. Poor kid, it's gonna be a tough adjustment. I just hope I can be helpful to her. Poor Rosalina. I think she'll be just fine. Oscar said she seemed in high spirits. Pain meds will do that. The tension at the dinner table reaches the breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thoughts. So, I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Demon is still in town. I'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. That's why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wrenching in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can try to fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Well, you were kinda like bothering him. Everyone, get out of the house. Please, just leave me alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. It all does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. Which you shouldn't be and isn't allowed. Family members are not allowed to care for their families. You only have to choose one. And you should choose to be his mother, not his doctor. Stop being a bitch. I know you care about him, I know that, and he knows it too, but all of you would do is get in the way. Just leave, please. Don't think I don't know something is up here. I don't care what you think, I just want you out so I can take care of my son. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of the lock signals the end of your dinners. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid, and for so long? No, there's no way. You're all barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what it's like for the both of them. Yeah, but if she was being overprotective, she have sat between us and him. He had her back to the window. That's interesting. If anyone should be afraid of anyone in that house, we should be afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying maybe there's more to their dynamic than him just being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. It's getting intense. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right, maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is just going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. You can't help but feel like you're about to walk into a slasher movie. You run through a mental list of everyone who's joining you, trying to figure out if you make it to the end. Were you kidding? Holly's like you are usually some of the first to go. If anyone has final goal energy, it's Stella or Kanika. Enter the library. Just as this exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in the library, it's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 PM. Now it's hourly made. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is gonna keep her company while we hopefully get all of this sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side non-stop. She has been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into a real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video camera, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches for candles, for rituals, damn. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying, and after last night I'm more than ready to try again. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Yeah, let's go for the death trap. I swear, it's not usually like this. It's a really nice place to visit most of the time, just not this week apparently. Yeah, you can tell from all the shuttered storefronts and jaded residents. Maybe this place has been a metaphorical death trap for a long time, and it's decided to be a little more obvious about it now. Yo, don't rush up ghost hunting without Sane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Sane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Debbie? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here. Well, if you all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey. You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Oh, Selena. What the hell? You're seriously injured. Exactly. You should just rest. We'll have taken care of this in a few hours. I've done enough resting, and it's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. We've got to learn to walk around eventually. You might as well start while I'm in Baymats, and our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar signs. The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay, you can come along, but if you get tired or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. Also... Ditchling. Like, they are in the house, whoa. Like, forget about ghosts. These things will eat you up. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Debbie! Great, he's here. Wow, Demon, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know? Yeah, I know. We all know. Demon, what made you think of fighting her was a good idea? It's my cousin! Cousin bonding time. Yeah, we're trying to bond. Deal with it. You don't see me inviting Miles to stuff all the time. Just because you're family doesn't mean you all need to be friends. Aw, a lot has changed since high school. Maybe you two could be friends if you tried. Tabitha and Kanika eye each other suspiciously. The mutual disgust in her eyes tell you that Stella is not correct. But maybe for now you can go hunt on opposite sides of the room. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Wait, is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a Janine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for prosperity. Is that it? That is very scary. We're wasting our time here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right? What? Are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask. Do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunter kit has symbols for every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, some jars for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening the door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. The ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Let's go. Ghost busting. Cousin bonding time. That feeling again, like the mind, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house. Though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Jeez, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF reader. Then your equipment is wrong. Stain is definitely paranormal. I scrubbed it out too many times to count and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you scrub the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of the summoning ritual? I'd never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever, how was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If you're offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Ghost blood. Definitely ghost blood. Or is it just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor? I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Demon and Stella are suggesting. Have you all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns the house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in the carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll take you to court for neglecting instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Ew. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hedge. The floor around is stained in a reddish brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in there. Yeah, you shouldn't. Oh, somebody watching you sleep. There. No. We're going down there, right? Of course we are. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about basement. And look at all the red stuff coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, alright? You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. You all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is that is under his hedge. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina is red as dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Anika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that is why it's so cold in here too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it was unsafe? Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I should crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Wait. What the fuck? You've come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is and your friends are nowhere inside. The building feels colder and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where's everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Some friend Stella turned out to be. She keeps ditching me. Is fating some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of the door. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drift on the breeze. This... Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? I'm having a stroke. Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Behind the thorns? This? It shouldn't be this. Pinch Tabitha to see if you're dreaming. Oh, hey, what was that for? You suddenly remember you're supposed to pinch yourself to see if you're dreaming. Tabitha glares at you. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Ah! Oh, god damn it. The fuck is wrong with Stella? Movement steers as a figure cloaked in shadow rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? Holy shit, Stella, you scared me. Yeah, cut it out. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now, and I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You gotta be kidding me. Wait, wasn't that her great-grandmother's name? Yes, and Stella knows that. Quit messing with us, Stella. It's not funny. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Oh my, I wouldn't want to cross Father. I shall be away at once. Okay, what is this? Some kind of scene? Wow, great job. You got me. You can stop now. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to the Western Front, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up, shut up! She can't. She's clearly possessed. By what? Edwardine Scarlet? Tabitha tenses. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella, I promise. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. We should hold hands. For safety, not because either of us is scared. Actually, that might be a good idea, but only because I don't want us getting separated. He takes your hand. It trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, alright? Damn, this shit is crazy. The two of you turn your back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's try the door. But there can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking forward and reaching for the doorknob. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. A shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear when your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call? Wait, she couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Junior, pack your things quickly. Hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on the world too. Make an example of the whole family. Wait, are there multiple ghosts? Your kids should have stayed in the library. I can't believe we're gonna have to rescue you again. Wouldn't that be nice? People staying where they're supposed to. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Oh, do you have something to say? Do you know something? The old collapse in the Shaw mine, where we were last night. I shouldn't have put this together for you. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Maybe the ghost is trying to tell us something about the collapse. Maybe Charles Saul wasn't the only one responsible. Our family owns the mine after all. No way we're free from guilt, right? Stuff that happened a century ago is irrelevant. You and I had nothing to do with it. I think the ghost might feel differently. Well, then the ghost needs to let it go and move on to whatever it is the ghosts do when they're done being pissed off. Trust me, boy, the couple ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. People keep talking to us. What are we supposed to do? We've been called Charlie twice now. We're probably supposed to be the same person we were in the last room, so we got to be playing the ghost, right? Back when it was alive. This must be right after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1980. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in an empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed. At least as far as we can tell, and whatever we saw in this room, at least happened right after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1980. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. You're right, there's only one way to get to the end of this, shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand, step into the void. You're outside, and it's night, a false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fish from the bottom of a pond. What magic words do we have to say to you for you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Aphrodite, haven't you? Nika, I'll get you out of here, I promise. Don't waste your breath trying to talk to them. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family. And what it did to the two of you young ones. Childhood sweethearts, just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? So, Edwardine and Charlie? Let me just spoil it for you and say it doesn't work out. Our great-grandfather's name was not Charles. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know how much about men. What happened to our parents? We talked about this. Assuming this ghost is Charlie, its parents were driven out of town after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1980. Were you not paying attention? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bond holding her here, then you can both be free. Okay, I'm putting down the music a little bit because it's like really getting loud. No more misfortune. Not for you. Not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. I don't trust whoever this lady is. She's got some kind of ulterior motive. Agreed. Clearly this dude should never have taken whatever she just handed him. Anybody who did is a sucker. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. Then read what I've written down and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha signs. Okay, let's find a way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh. With a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Ooh, he's standing on it. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Oh, hey, it's Tabitha's ex. Shut up, Demon. Don't you dare say that. The breakup wasn't pretty, Demon, but best not to tease at the ragged edge. Tabitha grabs your arm, her grip tight and nervous. We're getting out of here. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Demon. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you go, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out alive. Tabitha bolts for the underbush, desperately pulling you along. Stella? Hey, so are you still into him? Because I wouldn't mind shooting my shot. What the hell kind of question is that? This is no time for jokes. Listen to me, if you run into that thing again, don't talk to it. Just ignore it. Or better yet, run away. Now come on, if it's got in here, there must be a way out. The two of you step out from the bush and into a long wooden corridor lined with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Sane is strapped away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. So, this is the dad, played by the dad. It looks especially painful, like on an emotional level. Even if everyone else could understand what we were saying, I wonder if he can even hear us. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening. But that damned snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Like a nerve. It was Charles' fault. That's just a fact. Is that a fact, or is that just what we've been told? It's in the history books. It's a fact. The history books are written, so it's not really a fact. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept where he dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I am no murderer. I'm so confused. Don't even bother listening then. I don't care what this ghost is trying to tell us. All these people are dead and buried, and their actions have gone with them. Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me you'll go back and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what's for. Tense silence. Bye. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow her. You and your cousin find yourself crouched under a large table. Stella stares through you as indescribable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. I think I'm going to be sick. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. I guess we're supposed to be kids now. Yeah, I guess this is before everything else we saw. Hopefully that means it's almost over. I'll try to keep it away from my brother so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put it on the show for people. Dang, even possessed Stella is out here trying to monopolize hobbies. Just remain silent. Like, we already figured out that talking to the ghost doesn't do anything. A traveling show? And you won't be there too? Oh, could we go to the town along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. I wish we could go back in time, all those years ago, and tell them what we know. Me too. Thank you, Charlie. I always wanted to see the ocean. There, are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another world. Damn. Oh, even the dog. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. The trapdoor? Are we back in Rosalina's room? We must be. Which one of us is going to open it? I'm opening it. You carefully step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumbled through the hedge. Ah, it's another symbol. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Oh, she pushed him down the stairs. Eddie? She bashed his head in. Damn, that's harsh, girl. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Your cousin finally heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Does it matter what he did? Does it even matter if he framed Charles Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? We are. What now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Are you talking to us? Don't answer it. You must answer for your crimes committed by your Scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I have been alone in the dark for so long. Then pass on. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What? What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No. Oh no, it's absolutely not fair. You gotta be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit. And what happens if we refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. The sentence has been handed down. Make your choice. I hope I didn't come too late. Mom? All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. I'm with Tabitha. Neither of us own this ghost a damn thing. Yeah, you heard Demon Sybil. Neither of us are compromising with this thing. Now can you get us out of here? Sybil signs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely. This is not our problem. If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement. Even if all of your senses are telling you otherwise, try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. You do as she says, closing your eyes. Suddenly the sounds and tactile sensation of the spirit realm feel much more distant, as though you've partly awoken from a terrible dream. Good, now feel for the stairs. You fumble in the darkness, grasping the air in front of you. Your palm meets wood with a solid tongue. It's a staircase. You can feel it under your hands. I found it. You begin your ascent. Good work, you two. You're doing great. You place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes, seeing what feels like a superposition of the real and the fake. Don't let it trick you again. Its powers are already struggling to maintain their grip on you. You continue. You feel the door frame under your palm, and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. You're almost out. I knew it. I knew this ghost was the big deal. It's only faltering now because it's exhausted. Don't underestimate the spirit, Tabitha. You stumble onto the corridor between the annex and the library. The real world swims closer and closer to being back in focus. The doors. Come on, demon. We're almost there. You and Tabitha fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Jane walks off down the road. Finally, we're out of the fun house. But the spirit remains. It would have been much better to banish the thing. It spread from the annex to the entire building. Everyone who steps foot in there might be subjected to its torment. Not my problem, not Demon's problem. I don't want anyone else in the town to have to experience that. That was awful. We'll board the place up and say there was a gas leak. There, fixed it. Rosalina's pain meds are in there. I hope Dr. Kelly is still awake. We'll need replacements right away, especially after everything that just happened. And we'll have to figure out where we're going to stay. Oh god, it was such a disaster. You and Rosalina could always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez. That's very kind offer, Alexis, but I'm afraid the stairs would be too much for Rosalina. And I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. I hope you're not mad at me for getting out of there. Of course not. It's just a house, and we don't even own it. I'm not going to let you sacrifice years of your life for a rental. Even if we owned the place, the ghost was asking for quite a down payment. It's done, Demon. We should also just accept what happened and move on. Any ideas, Tabitha? Your cousin grumbles. I don't usually do this kind of thing. The properties we own are for the miners. But there is a house that's vacant right now that might be suitable. You know the old Maxwell place? What? You can't be serious. The place is falling apart. It's her safe space. Like, that's her only way out of her life, so I shouldn't bring it up. Look, I'll tell you what, I won't even make you pay rent for the first month. Consider it repayment for not literally giving up my soul to get rid of a ghost that wasn't causing any problems until the two of you lived here. That's funny, I thought it was your family that pissed off the ghost. Her cousin furiously pulls out a keyring before picking one off and handing it to Oscar. Thank you, this really means a lot to me and Rosalina. Now, if all of you don't mind, I'm going to go home. I think I've had enough social interaction for a lifetime tonight. Finish up whatever you have to do here. I'll wait by the car. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I think that the ghosts are actually real. I mean, I know we don't have any hard evidence on us, but we all vividly experienced the same thing. Stella's got to be over the moon right now. Where is Stella? I kind of thought she'd be excitedly rattling off theories by now. Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. That isn't like her. Hey, Stella, are you okay? What? Oh. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll see you guys later. She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? She's a strong girl. She had to grapple with a lot of turmoil in her life. She can handle an evening like this. All of you should be taking after Stella right now, to be honest. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want the cold of yours to get any worse. God, what a disaster this whole night has been. I have no idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone. Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have a library now. I ran into Wayne in one of the rooms, and he fakely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed the ditchling with his bare hands. It was actually kind of hot. Oh my god, gross. Ew. Nice. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Demon for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, stay clear and he won't make trouble. There was another carving in there. It's a pretty weird coincidence, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There will be plenty of time for that tomorrow. I guess I should probably head back with Tabitha. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out and I don't know how long it will take to get things ready for her in the new place. I'll be over later tonight with some bedding and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger and let us know if you need anything, okay? Thank you. That really means a lot. You know, like, Sybil is old, and she kind of gives off the vibe of the one that handed Charlie the map. So I think there's something more behind her. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Anika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Demon. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Anika wearily tracks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil placed a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Demon. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to this state. The ride back is nearly silent as you and Tabitha reflect on the night. The ride back is nearly silent as you and Tabitha reflect on the night's event and your decision to leave the haunting intact. I'm glad we're both still in one piece. Me too. It's like Sybil said, it's done. There's nothing we can do about it other than move on. So, I guess ghosts are real? Yeah, I guess so. It feels like people should be making a bigger deal about this. You'll be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight and make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and the unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. Do you think Stella's okay? Like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. Why did you know to call Sybil? What else should I have called? Cops? I believe you've seen their competence and on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? We might have gotten rid of that ghost, but I'm still traumatized. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Let this be a lesson to you, Demon. I want to talk about rain. Really talk. You're casting signs. What do you want to know? Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella's irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid of find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. I'll leave it at that. Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all, and then the bus comes. I like to stay in touch after all of this is done. Maybe we could do that. It has been kind of lonely, being the only Scarlet in our generation. It would be nice to have someone else in the family. We'll see how things go. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room or falling into the bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. He's such a creep. This is the end of episode 3. Thank you so much for playing. We hope to have episode 4 released before the end of the year. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 4, please save your game now. And that's it, guys. That was episode 3 of Scarlet Hollow. And my god, this is getting so weird. But very much appreciate for you all for watching this. I really hope you're liking the series. I know it takes a lot of time to make these kinds of games, and I only have 1 episode at a time, so if you want a recap or something, just watch the episodes that are in the playlist. I really appreciate all of you. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all again next time. Thank you, and bye.